Hi guys, I'm Cupid. Here's my second video for today. Well, I'm doing two videos today. You know how people talk about psych wards like they're just hospitals, paper gowns, meds, check-ins? For me, it never felt that simple. I've been in a psych hospital so many times I've honestly lost count. And every single time it felt less like a medical building and more like walking through the halls of a haunted hospital. Some moments there's chaos everywhere, people crying, yelling, pacing, doors buzzing, alarms going off. Other moments it's strangely boring and empty, like time has stopped. But underneath all of that, there's this thick, invisible layer that nobody on staff ever really names. Let me tell you one quick story. One night, I was sitting in this fluorescent lit hallway, plastic chair, hospital socks, staring at the floor. On the outside, it looked like nothing was happening. Just another patient, just another night. But on the inside, it felt like my soul was in a full-on storm. I could feel everyone's fear in the air. The person crying in their room, the person arguing at the nurse's station, the staff just trying to make it through the shift. It felt like I was sitting in the middle of this giant emotional and spiritual traffic jam. And here's what nobody in that building ever explained to me. Yes, there are diagnoses. Yes, there are treatment plans and charts and meds, but there is also a huge emotional and spiritual layer happening that doesn't fit into any checklist. When you're in a psych ward, you're not just a case. You're a human whose nervous system, heart, and spirit are all screaming at the same time. You're sitting in a place where dozens of people are in crisis at once. That energy is intense. Of course it feels haunted. Of course it feels like more is going on than what anyone is saying out loud. What I wish someone had told me is this. You are not broken for feeling it. You are not too sensitive. You're not weird for feeling like the hospital is spiritually heavy. Sometimes what we call symptoms are also your system trying to process grief, trauma, and experiences that don't have language yet. Sometimes what feels like losing your mind is actually your spirit begging to be heard. All right. I'm not saying skip treatment or ignore medical help. I'm saying add another layer of meaning. What if your time in the psych ward isn't proof that you're cursed, but evidence that you're carrying something deep, sensitive, and powerful? That your mind and spirit are more tuned in than anyone ever taught you how to handle. For me, seeing my mental illness as spiritually meaningful changed everything. Instead of asking what's wrong with me, I started asking, what is my soul trying to say through this? What am I picking up in this space that nobody else is naming? How can I protect my energy while I'm getting help? All right. If you ever If you ever left a psych ward feeling empty, confused, or low-key haunted, you're not alone. There is so much unspoken grief, fear, and hope stuck in those walls. You're allowed to feel it. You're allowed to see your sensitivity as a sign of depth, not weakness. So, if you're watching this wondering if your experiences in those places mean you're too much or too far gone, hear me. Needing help does not make you less spiritual, less gifted, or less worthy. Sometimes the most spiritually open people are the ones who end up in places nobody wants to talk about. All right. If you want more conversations about the emotional and spiritual side of mental illness, the stuff nobody explained to us in the hospital, hit subscribe and stick around. I share stories, language, and tools to help you make sense of what you've been through so it doesn't have to feel so haunted anymore. Stay safe, you guys. I love you. Be good to yourselves. All right? Thank you.